while I was trying to think about how to talk about responsive design and how to tell the story, I was having some trouble figuring out how to tell the story. And a friend of mine pointed me towards Pixar's rules of storytelling. And I thought, well, you know, Pixar kind of knows what they're doing, right? There's Toy Story and The Incredibles and Monsters Inc. and you know, all these great films. They know how to tell stories. So there's this rule that they have when they're trying to tell a story about keeping it simple. And so they want all of their stories to be able to fit into this kind of simple step-by-step structure. So it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was blank. Every day, blank. One day, blank. Because of that, blank. Because of that, blank. Until finally, blank. So it's pretty simple, right? Let's try. First, we'll use an example from Pixar. So once upon a time, there was a robot named Wall-E. Wall-E picked up trash every day on his lonely planet, until one day, there's a flash, a shiny new robot appears. This is Eve. Because of that, Wall-E falls in love and follows Eve to space. Because of that, Wall-E is nearly destroyed. Until finally, Eve returns Wall-E to Earth, repairs him, trees grow, birds sing, robot love blooms. So it's simple, right? So this is our story now. Once upon a time, there was a newspaper. Every day, people read the newspaper. Until one day, the internet. Because of that, news isn't confined to paper anymore. You know, the medium changed. People read it everywhere. You know, they read it on the train. They read it in bed. They read it everywhere. Because of that, there's massive fragmentation and confusion in the industry. Until finally, responsive design. So we'll get deeper into that story, but that's the basics of it. But now it's available all at once on screens everywhere, and there's just been an explosion of different devices and different ways to get the news. So what did the industry do when confronted with this explosion of devices? First, we just kind of didn't do anything. You might remember when the iPhone came out, we were all really excited because you could pinch and zoom on it and you could see a full web page, and that got old pretty fast because it was a terrible reading experience to try and pinch and zoom to read the news and read a page. But eventually, you know, after deferring to the hardware and realizing, you know, we had a problem. So that was, you know, when this explosion of devices first came out, we were not accepting the ebb and flow of things. We were hiding our heads in the sand. We were keeping all of our web pages the exact same width, and we weren't thinking about how we could transform that. Suddenly, we see from the book that Ethan wrote that we can change the way that we deliver that message. You know, we can change the message and conform to the medium. So this means now that there's one site for every screen. No matter whether you're on a tablet or a desktop or a phone, the website is going to conform to the form factor that you're on. So this is obviously taken off. You know, there's magazine sites, Barack Obama's website. The list goes on, and there are hundreds of examples of responsive websites here.